Am I smart enough to outthink a squirrel? Well, today we're going to find out. My neighbor gave me a drawing of a hanger for a bird feeder, and he's hoping that by using a piece of very skinny material that a squirrel won't be able to walk out on the hanger and get to the bird feeder. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Squirrels are pretty darn devious, but we're going to give it a try, starting with a piece of 1/4-inch round bar. So that's about 6 mil round bar, and we're going to make it about 2 feet long, and we're going to see if this works. I'll add a back plate made out of 1/4x1 or 6x25 mil, and that'll just go on like that. They'll probably do a little bit of welding on this. It's not going to be anything real fancy. So a quick, simple project, but to be honest with you, I think squirrels are more devious, and I have a feeling they're still going to get to the bird feeder. I'm going to start by drawing out the end that will have the scroll. Forging down into black heat helps give you a smoother finish. This is a great opportunity to work on forming a scroll freehand. Working at the horn of the anvil or over a separate bic iron can really help even out some of the rough spots. For the back plate, he'd like a little fleur-de-lis on each end of it. So to start that, I'm just going to cut the end of the bar at an angle. Then we'll take that, push it to the center so that it forms a point. By the way, this is the H13 hot chisel that I got from Ken's Custom Iron. This will take a little filing to clean it up before we do the final assembly. But for now, I want to lightly bevel the edges. I took a moment to spread these out with a ball peen hammer just to give them a little bit more volume. Next, I want to add some more volume by sinking it into a stump, and I think that'll make this look pretty good. I prefer to weld things like this with an oxyacetylene torch. I just feel like it gives me a lot more control, and I can take it a little bit slower to make sure I have good penetration all the way around that plug weld. I'm going to drill and countersink a hole in the back plate again so that we can plug weld this brace from the back. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that with the MIG welder just because it's going to be easier to clamp it up and use magnets over the welding cable than it would be to do this with a torch. But we'll finish the other arm with a torch because I think it will make a little bit cleaner and neater job. That arm may bow a little bit while it's hot like this, so I'm going to put it in the vise to make sure it's straight. Then I'll finish this off with a little bit of paste wax. I use Johnson's paste wax, but I'm sure there are other brands out there that work equally as well. You just want this to be hot enough that it smokes lightly, but not a lot. If it's burning the wax off, it's too hot and you're just wasting wax. Also make sure your shop's well ventilated. Even though it's only light smoke, you don't need to breathe that stuff. If necessary, do it outside, but I got a little bit of a cross breeze today, so it's not blowing in my face. Wipe off any excess before it's completely cool. And this should be ready for the squirrels to try it out. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a place to hang it or time to try it out here and see how it works for some amount of time. Squirrels may not find it the first day, or I wouldn't be watching and have a camera set up. So I'm just going to have to take my neighbor's word for it, whether or not it works or not, once he gets it put up. Thanks for watching. I hope you have time in your day to get out to your shop, but be safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next video.